What is up, all my bourbon and boxing fans, man? It's your boy, Chef Jeff, baby. I'm here in my kitchen coming live with you guys right now, man. Cooking up some delicious roasted chicken right now, man. Seasoned just right with some nice butter glared over the top of it. Woo! We're going to get that bad boy about an hour and a half. It's going to come out delicious. But they don't call me Chef Jeff just because I be cooking boxing up for y'all all the time. It's because I cook in real life, man. I do that shit for real. But today I'm coming live to you for some news that's been cooking up for the last week, right? We've heard about the Ryan Garcia situation that he tested positive before and after the fight for a drug called Osteron. And his A sample showed that he had in his system. Now, they did another test that showed that he didn't have any steroids in his system, even though I consider any drug that enhances your muscles or your body some form of steroid. That's my opinion. But I don't know a whole lot about working out shit. But I will tell you this, if it helps you grow and get stronger and faster and all that stuff, it probably is a steroids, guys. That's just my opinion. But anyways, man, this news has been cooking for us for a whole week now, and we've been waiting patiently. Yesterday it came out that the B sample was back, and we thought we were going to get the news yesterday, but they kind of held everybody off. Today they dropped it. They said that Ryan has tested positive in the B sample, just like he did the A sample, for a drug, a banned substance called Osteron. Now, if you don't know what Osteron is, I did explain it to you guys once before that Osteron is a performing enhancing drug. It's a drug that's supposed to be considered a safer style steroid. That's what they call it. But I will tell you guys, doing research on it, it's not a safe steroid. Anything you got to buy in a back alley somewhere probably isn't safe, guys. I can tell you that out of somebody's trunk of their car probably isn't really that safe to take. But this drug supposedly doesn't attack the heart and the organs like steroids do. It just goes straight for your muscles. It helps you rebound faster. It gives you faster speed, faster reflex, all that kind of stuff. Now, we know Ryan was fast. So it was hard to tell with the speed, even though I saw with my own two eyes that his speed was even faster than what he originally was. And he's a fast guy, guys. He's really fast with that left. He can get it off in a matter of seconds. But I told my guy, Big Spade, look, man, he was faster than he normally was. He was way bigger than what he was in the past. His bone structure, everything about him was leaning toward he was on some kind of substance. If even if it's not steroids, Osteron, whatever it was, in my belief, if you go back to episode 59, episode 60, all the way back, honestly, to when weeks after this fight was announced and they started doing pressers and Ryan started coming out with all this off the wall shit, and people were like, man, this guy's crazy, right? So right then and there, it's probably episode 58, 59, 60. I said I thought Ryan was on steroids. And that was my proclaim, not Osteron, because I don't know nothing about Osteron. I didn't even know the drug actually existed. So my opinion was that I thought the guy was on something, and I thought he was masking it with telling everybody that he was doing that he was out partying and drinking, and that's why all this weight was on him, because he was just out living the best life. You know what I mean? And we know that alcohol will blow you up, man. I like my bourbon, and it does give you a little bit of gut. I'll tell you that. Uh, so if you don't take care of yourself, you don't work out, and you overuse it, of course, it's going to make you big, man. But not in a good way with alcohol like steroids. You know what I mean? Steroids going to make you go, raw. No, no, not alcohol. Alcohol just going to make you fat. But he was masking it with the fact that he was just out living his best life, like I said. But when you saw him in pictures, he didn't look like a guy that had been drinking. He looked like a guy that was living in the gym. His body was cut. He was ripped. He was probably in better shape than I'd ever seen him. Now, being 24 years old, if I'm correct, that's what Ryan is, 23, 24 years old. I also chucked it up that, hey, your body does continue to form a little bit. Your shoulders get a little bit broader as you get older, things like that. Your body does change structure as you get older. We all know that, man. Go look at a picture when you're 20 years old, and go look at a picture when you're 40. It's obvious your bone structure, your body changes, man. That's just a natural thing. So I did kind of chuck it up, man. Maybe he's just a grown kid. His body's changing a lot. So I didn't put too much on it, but I was also in the back of my mind going, man, he's grown fast. He got big, big. What a day pretty much verified everything I had thought. A few other people probably had thought the same thing, but I didn't see any main sites bringing it up the way we did on Bourbon and Boxing. So I will say that right now, guys. Bourbon and Boxing, man, we're ahead of the game. We're not afraid to say the things that other channels might be afraid to say. Top Rank, the Zone, all these guys who are being told by other people what they can and can't say. On Bourbon and Boxing, we can say whatever the fuck we want to say, man. You know what I mean? As long as we're not bashing or destroying somebody's character or falsely accusing somebody of something. You know what I mean? We keep it straight to that point, but we will speak our mind on Bourbon and Boxing, man. And I always have, always will, man. I'm not being paid by anybody to tell me what I have to say to you guys, man. It's straight fucking opinion from me. That's all it is. Even if you guys agree or disagree with it, it's just my fucking opinion in the end. It doesn't mean two fucking cents when it's all said and done. But we told you on Bourbon and Boxing, man. We keep it straight. I told you my opinion. I thought the guy was on something. It had, it was verified today when the B sample came back that he failed that. Now let's get into talking about what is boxing going to do about this. Ryan's a big name. He sells tickets. He's big on social media. When Badu Jack failed for Osteron, he not only was suspended and fined, but he was also stripped of his W, stripped of his belt. So everything that happened that night was overturned. He went from a W to an L. Now, I don't know why there would be any difference in the handling of the Ryan Garcia situation. Same drug, same situation. All right. So yeah, I do agree that no, it shouldn't be a no contest because it's still going to show on Haney's record. And no, yeah, of course, Haney didn't win. We know that. But Ryan won under false circumstances. Coming into the fight overweight, not giving a fuck that he was overweight. Now we know why, because he was on performing enhancing drugs, and he probably couldn't make 1 fucking 40. No matter what he did, he wasn't going to make that 140 weight. So we knew he came in overweight, which was against the contract that he had signed, that he would come in and he would fight at 140. But Devin said, you know what, 3 pounds, that's not much big of a difference. But he should have thought that's a major difference, because that means he didn't have to rehydrate, right? He didn't really have to rehydrate like Haney did. So Haney was probably able to put, 10 pounds, maybe a little bit more on. He probably came into the fight about 152, 153, I would think. Now, Ryan, who didn't give a fuck about weight, came in at 143, didn't have to rehydrate. He went back to his hotel, munched the fuck down, drank his beer, whatever the fuck he was doing. And he ballooned back up to 170, 175. The guy was fucking huge coming into this fight. Uh, but it was definitely an advantage. Regardless if you think that he could beat Devin clean or not, that's not what happened, guys. So you can sit there and bullshit yourself all day that, well, he beat him regardless, but he beat him under false pretenses, guys. And he did it in a premeditated way. If I go out and I fucking murder somebody and I planted it ahead, that's premeditated, man. You knew what the fuck you were doing. You knew what your intentions were, right? No different with fucking what Ryan did here. You all can try to church it up all you want, regardless if you hate Haney or not. This is what fucks boxing. This shit here. When you have not only fans, but committees that are just like, let's just try to sweep this under the rug and act like it's not that big of a fucking deal. When it is, because it's boxing, man. You could lose your life in that ring. And especially when a guy comes in on performing enhancing drugs, he's putting the other fighter's life at risk. All right. Now, as much as you want to, I don't give a fuck if you hate Haney or not, bro. The shit was wrong. And that's the bottom line. It was wrong for Ryan to do what he fucking did and knowingly do what he did. And his fucking intentions were were bad intentions, man. He had bad intentions. I think he knew deep down inside that if I lose to Haney, I'm not going to get another big fight, and chances are his career isn't down the drain because, like we talk about, man, and a loss on your record, one or two, three losses, that's not the end of your fucking career, man. We've seen it the last couple years with guys like AJ, guys like Parker, guys who have rejuvenated their career after big losses that everybody thought had flushed them down the toilet, left them for dead. They were over with. They didn't stand a chance. They were no longer a contender in boxing, but yet they've come back and shown everybody that, hey, man, you can rebound from a loss, all that other shit. So maybe in Ryan's mind, he thought, I can't afford to lose this fight under any circumstances because it will end my career. I will not be as big of a draw if I lose to two of the top boxers in boxing. If he loses to Tank like he did, and then he goes and loses to Haney, you know what I mean? Then it's going to look like he can't beat the top guys. Not saying he still wouldn't get top fights, even with a loss to Devin Haney. He still would be in line for big fights. You know what I'm saying? Like he would have still gotten it, but maybe in his mind, he convinced himself that that wasn't the case. Either way, he had ill intentions to cheat, come in and do everything he needed to do to win this fight, to make it as unfair as he could possibly make it. And when a guy does that, that shows a fucking recklessness that the sport of boxing cannot afford, man. They can't afford that. They can't afford for a guy to say, fuck you, fuck your rules, when we already have a committee that says fuck you. We have several committees that say fuck you. We have several judges that say fuck you. We have refs that say fuck you. Boxing has such a black eye, man. And when you have such a big stage like we had with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, a lot of people were watching this fight, man. So when you have that, and then to end it with a fucking massive black eye, how stupid does boxing look? We just can't get it fucking right. We can't get it right. There's always something that comes with every fight. Something. Bad refing, bad judging, fucking just steroid use, performing enhancing drugs, something somebody did, the boxer, the ref, the judge, the committee, the promoters. It's all bullshit, man. And if boxing can't clean it the fuck up with one goddamn committee, and it's simple, but they don't want to do it because these promoters, these managers, these platforms, they're making all that fucking money, right? So unionizing fighters would be a really bad idea for them. But it would probably protect against shit like this because the whole drug testing shit, if he failed the initial drug test before the fight, and they obviously knew it, right? Then he failed. Like, how does he even get in the ring? How does he get in the ring? How is this information not brought back to Devin Haney and his team to make that decision? How is it not brought back to a lot of people to make the decision on, hey, should this fight even go forward? You know, the WBC, the New York athletics, New York State of Athletic Department, whatever the fuck it is. You all allowed this shit to go on, knowing what his test results were. Once again, man, just boxing. When you have such crookedness that goes on, and you have committees that are about themselves, and each committee has different rules, and each committee has different drug testing. VADA is one of the top drug testing out there. Uh, and it should be initiated in every fight. But this here isn't even just boxing dropping the fucking ball. This is boxing just saying fuck you to its fans, to its fighters. And if you're a fighter out there, really think about what I'm saying right now. They knew he failed the initial drug test with a banned substance such as Osteron. All you got to do is go fucking look it up, man. Go look up Osteron, guys. You'll learn everything you need to learn about, and that's all the commission had to do. I'm pretty sure they already fucking knew what Oceron was, right? So he failed for that drug, but yet you guys still let the fight go on. I mean, is anybody else? Is this clicking with you guys, man? Is this clicking with everybody right now that how fucked boxing is for this? How shitty boxing is for this, man? Because you could have had a guy out there, and we saw how hurt Haney was, man. The initial punch, he never fucking recovered from that punch from round one. That hit him, pow, lightning fast and hard as a fucking brick, man. It was like somebody literally threw a brick into the ring and whacked this kid in the side of the head with it. And he never fucking truly recovered from that first punch. And he played, a wounded animal after that. He was a wounded animal after that. You can see it in his footwork. He was fighting to survive, not to win. He was fighting to survive, man. And he could have really gotten fucking hurt. So for all you people that just hate Devin Haney and it's not a big fucking deal. Yes, it fucking is. And if you're stupid enough to sit there and try to fucking make excuses for Ryan for being a cheater, and then just say Devin's a crybaby, then you don't belong in the fucking sport of boxing. You don't belong as a fan in the sport of boxing, guys. You don't belong here. Take that shit elsewhere, because it's bullshit that if you hate somebody so much, you don't give a fuck if they die in the ring, that their life is at risk just because of your own fucking personal feelings, man. Get out of your own fucking feelings and look at this as if it was your son. Put your son in that ring, your daughter in that ring, and put Ryan Garcia across from him doing what he did. And then tell me you'd be just fucking fine with that, man. You wouldn't be in here blowing your fucking load right now, just fucking pissed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pissed more at the sport of boxing that you have, the New York Athletic Department did nothing about it. They allowed it to go on. The WBC obviously fucking knew about it and still allowed it to go on. So my question is, who got fucking paid and who they get fucking paid by to shut the fuck up? And if I was Devin Haney, I wouldn't just go after Ryan Garcia in not one, but two ways. I'm going to go after him to try to get this fight overturned to either a no contest or overturn as far as a ruling. Give him the W, give Ryan the L, whatever the fuck, man. At this point, I don't give a fuck what happens to Ryan Garcia, honestly. When you're a cheater, you're a fucking cheater, man. And when you knowingly cheat, then that makes it even worse. And when you're going to sit here on social media and you're going to continue to lie to everybody, oh, I'm being set up, man. They just have to get poor old little fucking Ryan. Nah, bro, Stop lying. Stop lying, dude. There's nothing worse. It's like I tell my son, man, there's nothing worse than a fucking liar. And there's nothing worse than when somebody who lies and just continues to build on that fucking lie because they're caught in a lie, right? But if I was Devin Haney, I wouldn't just go to overturn this. I'd sue the fuck out of Ryan Garcia. I'd sue the WBC, and I'd fucking sue the New York Athletic Department. That's what I would do if I was Devin Haney. I'm going to sue Ryan for breach of contract. He came in overweight, which is part of the contract, and he might throw that out because Devin accepted him being overweight. But he didn't accept him being overweight and on steroids and a performance enhancing drug, which was also in the contract that both fighters would come in at 140 and they would come in clean for the fucking fight, bro. He didn't do any of that. So if I'm Devin, I sue him for breach of contract. Then I go after the WBC and the New York Athletic State Department for putting my fucking life at risk when they knew the situation. They ignored it. They chose to let the fucking fight go on. And they put this young man's life at risk. So if I'm Devin Haney, man, I sue three motherfuckers right now. And I set the example for down the road for other fucking fighters that want to be a Ryan Garcia, that want to say, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want. If I've got the name like a spoiled ass little rich bitch, as Ryan Garcia is, a spoiled little bitch who thought I can do what I want. What's anybody going to fucking do? I'm Mr. Popular. Oh, I'm pretty. Fuck out of here, man. Nobody gives a fuck if you're pretty in the sport of boxing. Nobody, dude. Some chicks on social media who don't fucking watch boxing, But the real fans, we don't give a fuck how you look. At the end of the fight, you get your ass whooped. No matter how the fuck you look with a dotted fucking eye and a knot, what the fuck ever. But that's not why we watch boxing for fucking pretty boys. We watch it because we love fighting, right? So for him to just outright just say fuck it, man, and the WBC to say fuck it, and the New York Athletic State Department to say fuck it, then time for Devin to step forward, make the example out of Ryan, and let every fucking other fighter out there know that if boxing isn't going to take the initiative to stop this bullshit from happening and the proper steps that make fighters think twice about fucking cheating, then the fighters need to take that into their hands. And like I said, dude, a fighters union, guys, if you're a fighter out there, man, unionize your goddamn sport. Give yourself better opportunities. Put yourself, don't let committees put you guys in these type of situations. It is time to take action as boxers against these promoters, managers, committees, and fucking athletic departments, whatever the fuck they are, sanctioning bodies. Time to set a point to them that they don't run shit because obviously they can't be trusted with your lives in their hands because all they give a fuck is about $1, about making a buck off of you as a fighter. So wise the fuck up, guys. This shit right here needs to stop, and it only starts with the boxers. I pray and I hope Devin Haney takes the steps to solve that or get this shit taken care of. And like I said, not just overturning the decision in the ring because that doesn't do shit in the end. That doesn't stop Ryan from saying fuck you again. That doesn't stop other fighters when the penalty is not harsh enough to weigh out the rewards, right? And Ryan might come out more popular with it because you got so many dumb fucks out there that are going to back him. So many idiots that are going to be like, oh my God, it's so cool. Oh my God, man. I hate Devin Haney. Y'all are fucking idiots, man. And if you back this guy, then you're an idiot, dude. Plain and simple. I'm going to put it out there how it is. You can get mad at me all you want. Comment down below, whatever the fuck you want. Tell me I'm an idiot. I don't give two shits, dude. This shit right here is idiotic. And we put a young man's life at risk and nobody gives a fuck because everybody wants to see the right guy win or they want their guy to win. So they don't give a fuck how he does it. They don't give a shit that boxing turned a blind eye to it and put a man's life at risk. Devin Haney, man, I really hope you take the action that you need to take. And I want to see you not only sue Ryan Garcia for breach of contract, but I want to see you sue the WBC and sue that New York athletic department, whatever the fuck they are, sanctioning body. I want to see you sue them for these guys for putting your life at risk, knowing the results of the test and still allowing this fight to happen just so they could make a fucking buck. All right, guys. Now I know I went on a little rant on you there and drop some language that I try to contain. I'm a sailor. I have a sailor's mouth, man. I will cuss all day, but I try to contain it a little bit on my show. But this type of situation is hard for me to contain that because it pisses me off, man, to see that the sport is not going to do anything about this. And what kind of action are they going to take? You're going to give him a suspension and a slap on the wrist, and then we're going to see Ryan Garcia in a year acting like the fucking idiot that he is. I mean, what he made, how stupid he made boxing look should make you take the proper action. But once again, man, it's the wild, wild west. Who is really fucking in charge? That's the number one question that as fans and as boxers, you need to be asking. Who is really fucking in charge? Because at the end of the day, nobody is. It's the wild, wild fucking west, man. Nobody's in fucking charge. It's every man for themselves. Come on, boxing. Come on, fighters, boxers, yourself. Fix this shit, man. Do not trust these fucking lame ass committees. These fucking WBC, WBO, IB fucking F. All these lame ass motherfuckers who don't give two shits about you. Do not trust these people because they don't care. And they just want to make a buck off you. They don't care how they do it and if they put your life at risk. Think about that, man. Once again, it's your boy Chef Chef with Bourbon and Boxing with a special message, man, about the Ryan Garcia situation. Like I said, if you watch this, sorry about the language. This is a situation that should be taken serious, and it's not a laughing matter, man. When you put a man's life at risk, it is not a laughing fucking matter. And every one of y'all who think this is not a big thing, put your son or your daughter in that situation, and then tell me you still fucking feel the same. Guarantee you don't, man. Once again, man, it's your boy Chef Jeff, baby, with Bourbon and Boxing. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that cool stuff, baby. And comment what y'all think down below, man. Tell me what should be done with Ryan Garcia. What can be done with the sport of boxing? Because, man, it is ugly. UGLY. It ain't got no alibi. It's ugly. Well, it's ugly. I'm sorry. I just got within myself there. But facts are, it's ugly, man. It needs to be motherfucking fixed. Tell me what y'all would do to fix the sport of boxing. How can we get these fighters to unionize and get smarter? And how can we help boxing get in the right direction, man? Get rid of all these fucked up committees, man. Leave your comments down below. Once again, it's your boy, Chef Jeff, baby. Thank you all for joining me. And I'll see y'all Saturday for episode 64. We're going to go over that unified heavyweight undisputed fight that we saw Usyk win. Hell of a fight. If y'all didn't get a chance to watch it, check us out on Bourbon and Boxing episode 63. You can watch it live with us. We don't have it aired on there, but you can watch us kind of commentate it and get an idea of how the fight went. It was a doozy, baby. But thank y'all, man. Have a great night.